15 compressed natural gas buses from the federal government arrived Ekiti State to cushion the effects of the fuel subsidy removal cost of transportation. National Road Safety Advisory Council to be inaugurated in line of achieving the vision of United Nations Decade on Action on Road Safety. These and more on today's Panorama. We are live in Abuja. Welcome. I am Frama Panyi. And following the deteriorating situation in Lebanon over the Israel-Hezbollah conflict, the federal government has commenced preparation for the evacuation of Nigerians in Lebanon back to Nigeria. A statement by the spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Eche Abu Obe, informs that government has taken measures to ensure the protection and safety of Nigerian nationals in Lebanon. The Nigerian embassy in Lebanon advises Nigerian nationals to strongly consider voluntary evacuation while options of commercial flights remain available. So far, Nigerian nationals in the south of Lebanon have been evacuated to Beirut and to other safer areas in collaboration with the leadership of the Nigerian community. The statement adds that no Nigerian life has been lost since the beginning of the conflict, and the ministry assures that the federal government is engaging with relevant stakeholders in the evacuation. And Rivers State local government election commenced at about 9 o'clock in the morning with accreditation and voting going on simultaneously. At the time of filing this report, the atmosphere at the various centers visited by NTA News was calm as people conducted themselves in an orderly manner. We now bring you more on the election by Robinson.
And voting is commencing simultaneously. The voting commences around 9 o'clock. People have come out and obviously they are eager to cast their votes. We are hopeful that the process will not be obstructed and it will go smoothly. On our way from Port Harcourt to this axis, we didn't really see much. Most of the polling units are yet to commence. Materials are yet to arrive until when we got to Panorama, and around 9 o'clock, we saw few units commencing operations. We have here with us one of the voters who would like to tell us exactly the situation on that. Good morning, sir. Please, can you please tell us what's your name, sir?
I'm Chief Alafa White.
Okay, Chief Alafa
of 14.
Okay, Chief Alafa White, tell us exactly the situation this morning.
The situation is very, very calm, and everything is going normal. The voting is going accordingly, no problem, and no trouble.
The disposition of electorate and our people in Ahoda, Ekpe, and Russia as a whole is very high. Over some years, this is the time we are coming to exercise our franchise to demonstrate our democratic right to come out and vote. You can see our people are happy.
First state, almost 28 years. This is the election that I see say nothing they happen. Everybody come out peacefully, the things go on. Nobody, no no trouble, no fighting. The thing they me surprised.
It is hopeful that the situation will be calm throughout the day, but our concern is why other polling units are yet to commence and why materials are yet to arrive. We will still go around the city and other places within the Calabari axis to see situation of things. But as for now, everything is calm.
Thank you so much, Robinson, for that update. From Rivers, we head to Ekiti, where the state government has received 15 compressed natural gas buses from the federal government to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal and reduce the cost of transportation in the state. At the handover ceremony in Ado-Ekiti, the governor, Biodun Oyebanji, commended the efforts of President Bola Tinubu for the initiative, which will deliver cheaper, safer, and more climate-friendly energy to Nigerians. Olukemi Soni has details.
After months of detailed planning and background works, the Presidential Committee on Compressed Natural Gas Initiative is delivering on President Tinubu's vision and promise. With 15 compressed natural gas buses, inauguration of 7 conversion centers, 34,000 kits and 5,000 CNG tricycle, Ekiti State is working in realization of the President's vision to get 1 million natural gas-propelled vehicles on the roads by the year 2027.
Despite the fact that we have the highest reserve of natural gas in Africa. So Mr. President is saying we need to look in, we need to utilize what God has given us, and we need to leverage it for the development of Nigeria. It's about job creation, it's about reducing the cost of transportation, it's about ensuring more economic growth.
The governor represented at the event said the state has perfected plans and will continue to support and key into initiatives that will profit and better the lot of the citizens. With the launch of the PCNGI, Ekiti State will be resuscitating its moribund mass transit very soon to be plying Ekiti, Abuja, and Lagos State.
We make it easy for those who want to set up conversion centers to do so. The state is already committed to CNG in power, so this is an additional commitment to CNG.
This program serves as an incentive to the Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers, NATO, and the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria members in Ekiti State in Ado-Ekiti, Olukemi Sani, NTA News.
The federal government has commenced repairs on Ayingba-Ankpa-Otukpa roads, which traverse Kogi and Benue states. Once crucial for regional commerce and daily life, these roads have deteriorated over the years, impacting both communities and businesses. Jacob Sana's report is here presented.
Constructed in the early 1980s, the roads were initially built for lighter vehicles. Since then, they have played a crucial role in linking Kogi and Benue states, facilitating trade, commerce, and community engagement. Repair work commenced at Ogodo Junction in Ankpa local government area of Kogi State. Officials from the Federal Road Maintenance Agency emphasized that the project was given priority due to its role in linking various regions of the country.
I thank Mr. President, and equally I thank the FEMA.
When the road was a pothole, it's causing a lot of accidents. So where federal government or state government have something like this doing, and we are very happy.
The repair work is expected to reduce traffic jam, shorten travel times, and enhance security. Once completed, it will also help reduce vehicle maintenance costs for motorists. During an inspection of the project, FEMA officials met with His Royal Highness Alhaji Abdulmalik Umar, the ONU Ankpa.
I wish to humbly extend the greeting of my Managing Director, CEO, Engineer Dr. Chukwuemeka Abasi. Sir, he was actually passionately concerned about this road. He's aware of the state of this road. And some times back, about 2 months ago, he called and requested that we carry out route condition survey and see what we can do on the road. And which we did. We wrote a letter back to him, and within a short time, he also requested that we commence work immediately.
The traditional ruler expressed appreciation for government's commitment to enhancing the quality of life in his community. As work progresses, residents of Kogi East and Benue eagerly anticipate improved roads and greater connectivity.
And still on government road rehabilitation, Ogun State government has commenced palliative work on the failed portions of the Shagamu-Ore-Benin Expressway to address the traffic logjam being encountered by road users. Governor Dapo Abiodun, who paid an unscheduled visit to the area, lamented the bad condition of the road and the daily loss of man-hours. Akim Jumo has a report.
Governor Dapo Abiodun, who paid an unscheduled visit to the area, notes that the contract for the reconstruction of the road was initially awarded by the previous administration in Ogun State but was abandoned by the contractors handling it.
This road was totally unpassable because for some reason there's a drainage that goes underneath this road that's meant to drain water coming from a canal to my right. That drainage had been completely blocked, and because of that, this road had now begun to pond.
While underscoring the importance of the road as the gateway to other parts of the country, the governor disclosed that some state officials have been deployed to reconstruct its drainage system.
What they've done so far has allowed the water to begin to flow. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. In the meantime, you see that they are filling this place with hardcore, and they're going to continue to fill it so that it can be passable. But this is just an immediate intervention.
He explained that he had informed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the need for the federal government to intervene in the situation by awarding the contract for the reconstruction of the road to a reputable contractor. From Shagamu, in Shagamu local government area of Ogun State, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
And still, the federal government is distributing rice to more than 13,000 vulnerable people in Kebbi State. The Minister for Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, says the gesture extends to flood victims in the state. Abdul Jalil Muhammad Bawa has the report.
The gesture is part of the federal government's food security program, an initiative of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration to support vulnerable citizens nationwide.
We are thanking the APC administration for choosing the most vulnerable like us. I just received rice and I thank you.
Special thanks for this gesture. May God protect him.
Flagging off the distribution in Birnin Kebbi, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, highlighted the program's success in alleviating the suffering of poor masses.
So we are going to come out with a program that will, so that we can advise our farmers to mitigate against the devastating effects of climate change. So some of those temporary pains, they are usually in life, but palliatives such as this and what the governor has been doing has served to douse the challenges.
Governor Nasir Idris reaffirmed his administration's commitment to supporting President Tinubu's initiatives in the state, with a view to bringing succor to less privileged individuals.
Let me put in on record that this is the third batch of palliative the people of Kebbi State have received from the federal government. On the benevolence of the President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
These collaborations demonstrate the government's dedication to addressing the needs of affected individuals. In Birnin Kebbi, Abdul Jalil Muhammad Bawa, NTA News.
And on the security scene, Secure Our World is the theme for the 2024 Cyber Security Week, as the Nigeria Police Force National Cyber Crime Center is marking the week with a roadwalk to create awareness about the ills of cybercrime. Considering the fact that a lot of youths are getting involved, Francis Form reports that operatives of the Nigeria Police Force National Cyber Crime Center, other security agencies and partners had converged on the police force headquarters. Thereafter, they all walked through the Shehu Shagari Way, holding placards with different inscriptions signifying the 2024 Cyber Week, and had a turn at the Transcorp Hotel Junction back to the force headquarters.
So we have to actually be, on our best to make sure that people are well informed, potential victims, to know what to do when confronted with this kind of crime. And I can tell you clearly that the cyber criminals are not finding it easy with us. And that's why we discovered that most of them are relocating from Nigeria, to neighboring countries, West African countries. And it's because of the hit that we're giving them.
CP Ifeanyi Uche further revealed that the Nigeria Police Force National Cybercrime Center had secured more than 12 convictions with monies recovered, and assures the people that more cases are still under prosecution. This is Panorama. We will take a short break. More reports when we return. Welcome back. Now, healthy aging encompasses physical, mental, and social well-being as people age. This, as an aspect of life, medical experts and researchers insist involves financial commitment, medical services, social connection, and lifestyle. Elizabeth Omori reports that for these reasons, the National Senior Citizens is synergizing with the Center for African American Research Studies and other institutions to enhance healthy aging, build capacity of caregivers, and mainstream the geriatric population through research to address emerging areas of care.
The university has a center known as the AUS Inspire Hub, where people are mentored in several areas of businesses, in several areas of startups. We have senior citizens who have done well, who have made their marks in business and are retired. We also welcome them to explore those areas.
But the best thing you can give to them is to work with NSCC, and ensure that we train and certify caregivers, that we set up standard accredited domiciliary care agencies, and send care to our older persons, and then work with us to ensure that it's covered by insurance.
Research exposes gaps which provoke solutions and needed statistics that translate to policies. The operationalization of these policies, the DG NSCC says, will help transformative actions to properly mainstream the geriatric population. Health insurance, income security, diet and life after retirement formed part of the discourse at the symposium. In line with the stakeholders' campaign for private partnership in healthcare service delivery in the country, General T. White Njuma, retired, has donated a multi-billion naira state-of-art morgue to Federal Medical Center, Jalingo. The facility, which was commissioned by Governor Agbukefas, will assist in research and training of personnel in modern mortuary science. Correspondent Bem Hanya reports.
Dedicate this morgue in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
The mortuary has a service and administrative area, a training room, a body reception and preparation unit, a 15 kVA solar-powered inverter, a 20 kVA generator, a borehole and filtration system, and 3 units of high-quality 6-body refrigerators, among others. The construction of the mortuary, which is to preserve the dignity of people even in death, will also aid in research and training of staff and students in modern mortuary science.
Your foresight, generosity, and generosity have provided us how we preserve dignity in death, as well as enhance medical research and training.
Let us remember that this structure is a testament to our collective commitment to care for our community, even in death.
The donor, General Theophilus Yakubu Danjuma, who called on Nigerians to improve on their maintenance culture, and joined the management of the hospital to ensure that the facility is adequately maintained for the public.
We have a culture of use and throw away equipment that are expected to last a lifetime. We throw it away in 3 or 4 years' time because of lack of maintenance.
General Danjuma, through his foundation, has been providing philanthropic services to Nigerians in many areas. In Jalingo, Bem Hanya, NTA News.
And now to the education sector. A new scholarship program aimed at enhancing the quality of teacher training in Nigeria has been introduced by the federal government. It is designed to equip teachers with necessary skills to perform their duties at the highest professional standards. As reported by Zanet Imun during the ministerial media briefing held in celebration of this year's World Teachers' Day, the program highlights government's commitment to improve teacher welfare and development. Stakeholders emphasize the importance of teachers, noting that they are the backbone of all educational reforms and policies. This year's World Teachers' Day has the theme, Valuing Teachers' Voices Towards a New Social Contract for Education, focuses on addressing the challenges facing the teaching profession. Stakeholders continue to advocate for expanded training opportunities and improved support for teachers.
The government, through the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, enters bilateral agreements on teacher mobility for ease of international engagement. Teachers' welfare remains a priority for employers of labor, despite the economic and insecurity challenges in Nigeria.
Key areas being addressed include enhanced teacher training, strengthening foundational learning skills, improving performance monitoring and evaluation, fostering partnerships and coordination, and creating community learning hubs. Safeguarding policies for teachers are also a central focus.
Accommodate new development, including use of technology in education. Involvement of teachers in formulation of education policies and effective implementation of the policies and reforms is very, very key.
Ultimately, the goal is to ensure the delivery of high-quality education that secures not only the future of Nigerian students, but the future of the nation itself. Meanwhile, the Minister for Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, emphasizes the critical role that public-private partnerships play in advancing skills development for Africa's youth. Addressing industry leaders and government officials at the 3rd German African Forum on Vocational Training and Education in Berlin, Professor Mamman highlights Nigeria's DOTS policy as a major step towards educational reform in the country and achieving the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. He says the policy prioritizes data-driven decision-making, policies regarding out-of-school children, ensuring teachers' development and support in technical and vocational education and training, which is vital in providing practical skills for the workforce. Professor Mamman underscores the importance of collaborative investment and knowledge sharing as a means to unlock Africa's vast human capital and drive sustainable economic growth. The forum also serves as a platform to reaffirm Nigeria's commitment to establishing strategic partnerships with international stakeholders. And up next, Sports Update.
Nigeria's sole representative, Eyimba International's placement in Port 3 for the CAF Confederation Cup, alongside teams like ASC Giraffe of Senegal, presents a tough challenge for the Nigerian club. Football enthusiasts believe that Eyimba will face strong competition and therefore need tactical discipline.
If you look at the fact that Nigerian teams like Eyimba and of course Enugu that struggled against mediocre teams from Burkina Faso, teams from Angola, you would argue that you want them to get the best of the rub of the green by getting lesser opponents. But it is what it is. In football you have to beat what's set before you, which is whoever is placed on your table. But we're hoping and praying that Nigeria tries to avoid those big names at least until the latter part of the competition.
This weekend, the Nigerian Premier Football League returns with Match Day 5 and the excitement is building. On Saturday, Lobby Stars will play host to Shooting Stars at the Lafayette Township Stadium, while the league leaders Remo Stars travel to Ilori for a thrilling encounter against Kwara United. Then on Sunday, Kano Pillars will welcome Sunshine Stars to the Muhammad Diko Stadium in Katsina. Meanwhile, Rangers under coach Fidelis Ilechukwu will be looking to bounce back from their recent defeat when they clash with Abia Warriors in a high-stakes Oriental derby. In Owerri, Heartland FC, still on the hunt for their first win of the season, will host Niger Tornadoes at the Dan Anyam Stadium. Still on football, Paul Pogba says his nightmare is over after a 4-year ban for a doping offense was reduced to 18 months, following a successful appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sports, CAS. The France international Pogba was suspended by Italy's National Anti-Doping Tribunal NADO in February after a drug test found elevated levels of testosterone, a hormone that increases endurance in his system. This Saturday, 7 exciting Premier League clashes are lined up for Match Day 7. Crystal Palace host an unbeaten Liverpool at Selhurst Park, with the Reds aiming to extend their run. At the Emirates, Arsenal take on Southampton, looking to continue their strong form, while Manchester City face Fulham, hoping to bounce back after recent setbacks. And over at the King Power Stadium, Bournemouth will visit Leicester City in a must-watch encounter. The match between Leicester City and Bournemouth will be shown live on NTA. For Sports Update, Bright Ebochu, NTA News.
And President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has paid a condolence visit to Akwa Ibom State Governor over the demise of his wife, describing her as a symbol of unity and stability in the state who will be greatly missed. Kelvin Samuel reports.
The Senate President, in company of some members of the National Assembly, while encouraging the governor to be strong in the face of the obvious difficult situation, notes that the late First Lady was a kind-hearted woman who had the peace and unity of the state at heart. He conveyed a message of condolence from the President, assuring the governor of continued support for the people of Akwa Ibom State.
They said, take heart. It's not something anybody will say, do not cry. You will just have to. But remember, you have your flock, the citizens of the state. Over 6 million people are looking up to you, so be strong. And as a pastor, know that where she's going is better than where she left.
Governor Eno, in his response, appreciates the Senate President and the entire National Assembly for the comforting words, noting that the messages of encouragement has been a source of strength to him this period.
We feel very consoled and encouraged by this visit. We've been married with my wife for 38 years, and we had courted for 2 years, so that's about 40 years. So it's a very painful departure for me, and I know that no one will be able to fill that vacuum.
Senator Akpabio was in the state on dual capacity as the Senate President and representative of the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. From the Government House, Uyo, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News.
And that concludes Panorama. Thank you for being a part of it. Have a blessed day.